Hey everyone. I wanted to talk with you a little bit this morning about recovery rituals. One of the things that I feel like when we're stuck in an eating disorder, we're really good at doing is coming up with rituals that are harmful to our bodies and harmful to our soul rather than having consistent rituals that really serve us and encourage our growth and really kind of coming home into our bodies. I thought maybe it'd be helpful to talk about some ways to shift into creating some rituals that will help serve you in your recovery. One of the things that I started doing early in my recovery was to sort of set aside a little bit of time, either each morning or in the evening or both, to really connect with myself. And the way that I did that was I would light a candle and sort of dim the lights in the room. And then often I would hold a rock, I still have it, that sort of fit in the palm of my hand that I could hold. And it really reminded me that I am grounded and solid and strong. And it really just brought me into the present moment. So I'd light my candle, dim the lights, hold on to a rock. And then one of the things that I would do when I would really kind of try to connect was just breathe in and out deeply and slowly for a couple of minutes. And then I would read something that would inspire or uplift me rather than the millions of things that I was reading and absorbing that were harmful to me, trying to lose weight this way or get abs this way or whatever. So I would try to nourish myself through different books. Books have really always been a way that I've been able to come home and really connect with myself. So I'm going to share a couple of my favorite books with you. And at that time when I was sick, I couldn't really sit and read full chapters. I just didn't have the attention span for it. But what I would do is I would just randomly open a page and read it and trust that whatever it was that was on that given page was the right and perfect message for me at that time. So one of my very favorite books, and this one is a new one, but she's one of my favorite authors. Her name is Gabrielle Bernstein, and her book is called The Universe Has Your Back. And I love the subtitle. It's Transform Fear to Faith. So I would just sort of close my eyes and say, please let me open to a page that will serve me. And then I would open that up and read whatever sort of just was on that page to come home and connect. I love this page. It says, Universal Lesson. The path to certainty requires a profound desire to be free from fear. I cannot think of anything that is a greater barrier to recovery than fear. So that would have probably been a really helpful message for me to read at that time. The other book that I just love is called Light is the New Black by Rebecca Campbell. She is just an amazing light worker and source of so much healing. So if you go to her website, she has a free light sourcing meditation that can also really be a nice ritual for you to start doing to take care of yourself. So those are just a couple ideas that serve me. And I can be a little bit woo-woo. So another thing that I do often, because throughout my life I've always felt that I was surrounded and protected by guardian angels, is I have this angel card deck by Doreen Virtue. Doreen Virtue. And I'll go through the deck and pull a card for that day and just look at the messages and really try to connect with them. This is the one that I pulled today, and I just love it because it has a sweet little kitten over here. This doesn't have to be a religious thing, or you don't have to, really think about too much about what you believe or don't believe. There's just sweet sayings and messages on them. So I wouldn't get too caught up in that if you're, kind of freaking out and thinking, oh, I don't know if that's for me. So anyway, those are just a few things that I did to sort of come into my own body and to create a little bit of space for healing. I think the more you can find a way to have some sacred time alone with yourself, create a little sanctuary, that all can really serve you in trying to come home instead of trying to disconnect from yourself, which we know that having an eating disorder is the ultimate form of disconnection from our bodies. So I hope that this serves you, and I look forward to hearing about your own recovery rituals.